Coach, you're used to rain all the time over there in Orlando. It is a much less frequent occurrence here, yet wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go, here we go.
52 to mine. So don't say nothing.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Pettis hauling this in from Garoppolo. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 24 yards.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receiver?
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin. with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Like 80! 21.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 78 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. He was looking for Parker that time, and it's third down.
He was covered by Richard Sherman.
56. 56. Check 56. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
56, 56.
Lucky.
52. That's it.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. They're able to locate Wilson and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a big 32-yard play on third.
First down, Dolphins.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch.
Hey, hold. Hey, hold. We got
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's going to sling this deep down, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. On first down, here's Breida. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
13.
On first down, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The big fella. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Here we go.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, gun.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Don't get nervous.
1, Omaha.
Watch it.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week. Off to a really, really hot start.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. No gain on this defense.
21.
Check 30.
Hey, Charlie.
I know he ain't got it. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 36, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double dog, that's the way.
Running for the shotgun with Dre. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Allen now going to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And it's caught by Parker. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Josh Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
65. 33.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Allen off the play fake. Looking left sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
1, Omaha.
52. Mike 52. Crunch time, defense.
I got you.
Garoppolo. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Dolphins first down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Now Balaj. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They run it with Balaj. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
54. Mike 54. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Balaj. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Now Allen off the bootleg.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This from 54 yards away.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just miss.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Christian Wilkins able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Wide, get wide.
11.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52.
Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. But now it'll be third down.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, 12 of 16 thus far. It's first and 10.
11.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Check.
One, Omaha.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Garoppolo again here on second and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
There's Garoppolo on first and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Mike check 33. Woo-hoo! Shit.
21.
Garoppolo again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Nevin Lawson there on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 78 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Garoppolo on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
11.
Give me some. Here we go. Mike, check 33. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And no, it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Is a turnover on downs.
They'll run here with Balaj. 20. There he goes right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
Sanders now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make a miss. They've got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
33. 33. Hey, get away with it.
Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
43.
Hey, gun!
43's the mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the third time's a charm as he finally gets one of these to go. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Mike 50.
Round 80!
Yeah.
Hey, hold.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
51. Is that? Mike 51. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Is that? Is that?
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So first and 10 now from the 30. And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the Niners' 32-yard line.
Hey, 51. Watch the run. They're running it.
Is that? Is that?
Today's final score, Dolphins
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Miami, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.